And so it's Albuquerque enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And it's been... And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And what stands out to you from Albuquerque in this one so far?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
And so in the game for Albuquerque, Garnett is out there with Reed. Then there's Jalen Green. Then it's Roy. And it's Arenas in at the point. Smith wide open, he fired. And another three for Cleveland.
Such a reflexive shooter. Smith rarely needs any time to get set up and fire.
Here's Roy. A close jumper from the free throw line. Roy's got his first basket of the night.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Cleveland trails by 8. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Back to Irving. Good, and the assist goes to James. Irving's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And that's a defensive miscue there. You can't let Irving get that kind of position inside.
Here's Roy. Here's Arenas. They kick it out to Green. Just 5 on the clock. Basket good. Green's got his first points of the game.
Set it up.
And here are the Cavaliers now, trailing here by 8.
Get it going.
Irving passes to Love, and Love throws it down.
Although Love plays with a lot of finesse, we haven't seen him throw it down like that, showing how he can still elevate that stuff.
Out to Smith. Some nice passing by Cleveland here.
Smith.
On its way from Irving for 2. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Well, with all the momentum they've built up, I don't see this run stopping anytime soon.
And Cleveland making a change here. Thompson's checked in. A big group substitution here for Albuquerque. Tim Duncan is checked in for Reed. Howard comes in for Kevin Garnett. Grant Hill is checked in for Brandon Roy. And King subbed in for Gilbert Arenas. Cleveland trails by 4. The pass to Smith. Puts up a deep three. And it's King with the rebound. And so here's Albuquerque. They've held a 12-point lead early. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
He has the complete game in the paint. King can get plenty of points on the perimeter as well, but inside, that's where he butters his bread.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Green. That's his first foul for the Cavaliers. Channing Fries checked in for Love. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Smith, and it's Williams in for Irving. Off the inbound. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
This is his first free throw of the game. And both free throws good for Fry.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
The drive by Green, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And Albuquerque leads by 6. And it's Williams with the ball for Cleveland. Puts one up from 19. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Deflects the pass, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a start for a lot of teams' track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
And Cleveland making a change here. Jefferson's checked in.
And not sure what you can do with a guy like that. With his handles, he can just take defenders to school.
Watch him.
It's tipped. It's stolen by Green.
Hey, D uphill.
Here's Hill. Here he goes. And Hill throws it down.
Yeah, that says it all right there. Grant Hill finishing the drive with some thunder. When he's moving at full speed, boy, it looks like he can fly.
Cleveland trails by 10. Dellavedova to pass to Jefferson.
Hey, come to me.
52 seconds left in the second quarter. For Cleveland, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. And that one falls for Jefferson.
And the athleticism Jefferson possesses, really impressive. A rangy forward who plays with intensity on both ends.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Anderson Bergeau's checked in for Fry. And Jones subbed in for Williams. A big group substitution here for Albuquerque. Dennis Rodman, he's checked in for Howard. Paul George comes in for Grant Hill. Wilkins is checked in for King. And it's Harper in for Jalen Green. Clock at 2. They get it back. Duncan kicks to Rodman. Over Thompson. And Rodman with the basket on the assist from Duncan. And Albuquerque leads by 10.
Love a big man who can pass. Great instincts. Duncan finds the open man there for the bucket.
Here's Verejao. Rebounded by Rodman. Here's Wilkins. It's rebounded by Cleveland. And so it's Albuquerque with and we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Yeah, there is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He's that talented.
Yeah, he makes defenses look utterly helpless. It's like pick your poison trying to contain him.
LeBron James is out there with Kevin Love. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Smith, and it's Thompson in at the center position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Cleveland trails by 10.
Get it going.
Now, here is Irving. Love outside. Launches it. Rebound by Albuquerque. Duncan's got his 6th rebound on the night. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And when a 265-pound center like Howard is moving like that towards the hoop, the D has no shot. Very efficient when driving the ball.
And it's Irving missing. Albuquerque leading by 12. Rodman out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Irving surveying the floor. He lobs it up. Knocks it loose. George with the steal. Howard with it. Guarded now by Kevin Love. Here's Rodman.
Oh, foul! That's all you.
Over Smith. The kick out to Wilkins.
Jack Wilkins on the wing. Right there.
Back to Rodman.
Get ball.
6 to shoot.
Get there. Get there.
Over Smith.
Put that back to the ball.
Rodman no good. Poked away. Stolen by George. In the corner, it's Rodman. Rodman with another miss. Cleveland trails by 12. Right side, Irving. And it's sent back by Howard.
And love seeing Howard rise up and reject shooters. Just a juggernaut on defense.
Channing Frye's checked in for the Cavaliers.
Roll it.
Outside, James. Outside, Irving.
Go over it.
Pass to Fry. Fires from 18. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists now in this one.
And how about that decision by Kyrie? That's why you want the ball in his hands.
Puts one up from 19. Arenas' shot is good. Arenas has got the lead up to 12 now for Albuquerque. Smith the pass to Love.
Come to me.
They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Hill. And he drops it, and Hill throws it down.
That quick first step that Hill has is just part of what makes him so special. No one's going to get in his way once he's on the move.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Irving against Arenas. Irving can't get it to go.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Irving against Arenas.
Arenas.
Deep two from Hill. Rebound by Smith. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. Oh, thing of beauty from James.
And what an explosive finisher LeBron is, rocking the rim whenever he goes up like that.
Kicks it out to Garnett.
Shot.
Right in the lane. And it's Irving with the rebound. Here's Smith. Roy with the block. Here's Garnett. Garnett with the slam.
How about the power there from KG? He can fly with the best of them.
1:19 left to play in the third. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Jordan McRae, he's checked in for Fry. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Smith. And Mo Williams subbed in for Irving. Ron Harper, he's checked in for Albuquerque. Here's McRae.
Right here.
Hasn't made one yet. Love throws it down.
And the physical defense, not enough to stop Love. He's just too strong down low.
Get Arenas.
And here's Arenas outside. They get the rebound. And Garnett able to finish. And Albuquerque leads by 14.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
It's stolen by Garnett. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And when Garnett gets it that deep, the D is at his mercy. How about the extension and when he's able to get up on that low block?
Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. 43 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Thompson. On the wing, Williams. Back to Thompson. Reed with the steal. Harper against Williams. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Albuquerque shooting their sixth and 7 free throws in the game. And that one falls for Harper. Smith checked in for Matthew Dellavedova. So he gets them both. There's 25 seconds left in the third. Lobbed up there for Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Here's Garnett. Rebound by Smith. Here's Thompson. Thompson throws it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
And so it's Albuquerque feeling good about their 17-point lead heading. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Yeah, well, he looked like a pass-first point guard on this assist. Incredible instinct to feel the play develop and set up the score.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. That'll be a 5-second call.
Yo, Smith. Yo, Irving.
Cleveland trails by 17. And so in the game for Albuquerque. Howard is out there with George. It's Duncan. Then it's Wilkins. And it's King at the shooting guard.
Don't let JR shoot it.
And there's the catch.
Speed. JR makes a living driving to the hoop.
Albuquerque leading by 15. George, that's a two-pointer. Thompson with the rebound.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers. And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Good. And Albuquerque leads by 15.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And guys, making it look effortless right now. Irving doing whatever he wants on offense.
Wilkins, the pass to George.
Get outside. Shot.
That one's rebounded by McRae. George has gone 1 of 6 shooting from the field. King with the block, and it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. And the Cavaliers making a change here. James is checked in. And the Cavaliers call time here.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Well, that's the job, right? Your duty as a coach is to finesse your lineups so your guys get the best chance to succeed.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Cleveland's head coach was talking about with his team. Now, Coach Chapman says this goes beyond this game. Show me how much heart you have for the season. Fight until the final buzzer. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Cavaliers. They trail by 14. James right side. The wide open look for Love. The Cavaliers again can't hit. George finishing it off.
And holding nothing back there. George gives the dunk his all.
Here's Thompson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Tim Duncan picks one up. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Albuquerque.
Well, you got to love their aggressiveness on the offensive glass. They have just refused to give up on any of the plays.
And they've also not only created turnovers tonight, but converted all game long. That strategy has been paying off. And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Irving misses. Albuquerque leading by 17. And he gets it to go.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter.
Right here.
Here's Irving. And it's sent back by Wilkins. George, that's a 2-pointer.
Set it up.
And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. In the corner, Irving with it. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got his 3rd assist on the night.
The corner 3 by Kyrie. That's a nice ring to it.
It's George on the wing. And here's Wilkins from the arc. Offensive rebound, King. Tries again. Duncan kicks to Howard. Over Thompson. Howard misses. Cleveland trails by 16. Here's James. The athleticism of LeBron James.
And the total package, James, is so much fun to watch.
King, the pass to Wilkins. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Tim Duncan.
Yeah, his percentage from the field today seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. It's Wilkins with the drive. Love grabs the board. Love's got 5 rebounds tonight. Duncan, the pass to King. Back to Duncan. Over Love. No good from Duncan. Cleveland trails by 14. To the middle, here's Thompson. George with the defensive effort.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the step.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today, but you can't make it that obvious.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Channing Frye's checked in for Thompson. Verajao comes in for Kevin Love. James Jones, he's checked in for James. And Mo Williams subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And it's Dominique Wilkins with the foul. That's his first foul. 41 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Smith. Tim Duncan grabs the miss.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And that's what you have to do. Protect the house.
Outside, George. It's Wilkins on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Duncan. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. And Albuquerque leads by 16. Williams looking around. And so Albuquerque takes the win. A resounding victory for them. And hello, fans. Welcome to this presentation of the NBA Sunday Night Action right here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And joining us from the sidelines is David Aldridge. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. McGinnis out there with Daniels. Then it's Lewis. And it's Nedelicki in at the small forward. And for Albuquerque, we've got George. Howard is out there with Dennis Rodman. Then there's Duncan. And it's Wilkins in at the point guard position. Here's Boosie. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Just the first good move in a game of chess between these two coaches.
Yeah, and now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
Oh, just incredible. That spin shook him loose from the defender, but he just couldn't gather his balance there to follow through with the shot. And love seeing Howard rise up and reject shooters. Just a juggernaut on defense.
Knight's checked in for Indiana.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
And as it goes out of bounds, Albuquerque able to keep the ball here.
Better to be lucky than good. That pass was just deflected and not stolen. Watch the bullet there.
Shoots from 14. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And so Knight will bring it up for the Pacers. It's a 5-point game. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter.
Hey, yo, right here.
Passes to Howard. Back to George. Good ball movement here by Albuquerque. Here's Duncan. Hits the difficult fadeaway jumper.
You got to honor Duncan from the mid-range. When he's got space to shoot, he does not hesitate.
It's stolen by Wilkins with the drive. Great finish!
Oh, my.
How about the high-flying acrobatics by Wilkins on that? Yeah, they call him the human highlight film.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. A little over minute 30 into this first quarter.
Stay on him.
Deflected by Howard. Oh, and here we go. Wilkins has got it. The fast break chance. And, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Albuquerque.
Wow, those early blocks are key. They're intimidating their opponents and making them hesitant.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end. Well, Duncan is a guy who knows how to assert himself offensively when he likes a look. He does not hold back.
Here's Boosie. Outside now.
I'm back, I'm here.
Teardrop shot. And it's sent back by Wilkins.
Duncan.
George against Luke. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana.
Start it.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played.
New play. Yep.
Here's Boosie. Pass to McGinnis.
Here we go.
5 to shoot. He dishes it tonight. Good work defensively by Rodman.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Yeah, that's the kind of aggressive defense you always want to see on the interior.
Here's Daniel. Down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
And that's rocking the rim. Give him the 2 points and tack on some for style.
Oh, he deserves them. He deserves all the points he can get there. Sensational. Now, here is George. Here's Wilkins. Back to George. Wants to get it to Duncan, and does. Over McGinnis. Howard kicks to Rodman. Outside for George. Fades and shoots. They get it again. Howard. And slammed in by Howard.
Howard really brings it on the offensive glass, using that wide wingspan to come up with those loose balls.
To the inside. And it's sent back by George. McGinnis against Howard. It's rebounded by Indiana.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
And he just possesses that ability to wow the crowd every time he steps on the hardwood. They don't call him the human highlight for nothing.
Now here's Lewis. Still yet to score.
Take that one.
Here's Boosie, defended by Wilkins. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. They get Dominique Wilkins. Indiana's getting their second and third shots at the line right here. Both shots good from the stripe. 35 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Howard. Dwight Howard with the finish.
And doing what he does best. Howard attacking the rim with that explosive power.
Here's Lewis. Here's Boosie. And that one is stuffed right through.
And everybody out of the way. I mean, clear the lane. We've got some rims to rattle.
What a sensational play to get to the rack for the slam.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
Here's Boosie, defended by Wilkins. He is 3 for 3 from the free throw line. First one falls for him. Good on both. We've got 13 seconds left in the first. Rodman passes to Duncan. Over Collins. Here's Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass.
It's been all about Dominique Wilkins for Albuquerque. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We come back right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what stands out to you from Albuquerque in this one so far?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
Come on,
they've got Wilkins. Duncan is out there with Howard. Then it's George, and it's Rodman in at the 3 spot. And for Indiana, we've got McGinnis, and it's Knight in at the 3. Indiana trails by 8. Boosie, the pass to McGinnis. Fade away. Nice D from Duncan.
And really, that is why he is feared as a defender, right in your face on that shot.
Well, good footwork, good assertiveness, able to put a ton of pressure on the shooter.
Lewis against George.
I'm open right here.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
All new players now for Albuquerque. And a change for the Pacers. Daniels is checked in from McGinnis. Hill going inside. Lewis grabs the board.
And priority number one has got to be the finish, guys, not the fancy stuff.
Goes in for the dunk.
Well, you love the unselfishness, makes the next pass, and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
And the basket by Hill.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Nine in the corner. Rebound by Grant Hill. Albuquerque leading by 8. Shoots. Offensive rebound. Reed the pass to King. The kick out to Harper. Back to King. Clock at 4. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Indiana trails by 8. Jumps up. And Knight slams it in.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Here's King. Kicks it out to Garnett. Driving to the basket. Knight against Hill. Over Knight. And the basket by Hill. Hill's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Timeout called the Pacers. Some changes for Albuquerque. Brandon Roy, he's checked in for Hill. And Gilbert Arenas subbed in for King. Hill's gone 2 of 4 from the field. The pass to Nedelicka. Here's Boucher. 11 points in the game. Outside for Lewis.
Switch.
Second chance shot. Rejected by Arenas. Out of bounds. It'll be Albuquerque's ball. Albuquerque leading by 8. Takes it inside. And they call the foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Shooting one.
It's fun to just watch Arenas play. He's electric. Has his own style, and what an explosive play right there.
For Albuquerque, they've had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Indiana trails by 11. Here's Boucher. Inside. Garnett with the block. And he's able to get it back.
Clearly a foul.
The Pacers have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department. First free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Harper. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. For Albuquerque, they've yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. And Harper drops them both. And it's the Pacers with the ball. They trail by 11. Here's Boucher, guarded by Garnett. Boucher, the pass to Lewis. To the paint. Reed with the steal. And here we go. Albuquerque fast break. And there's Roy. That's good on the assist from Reed. Roy's got the lead up to 13 now for Albuquerque. Here's Boucher. 11 points in the game.
Get there.
Pass to Daniels. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Harper. There's the drive.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Indiana trails by 13. Nedelicka, and he slams it one-handed.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does great. And they pick up 2. Harper's got 6 in the quarter.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
And 2 free throws coming up on Abe. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on.
Rodman, he's checked in for Garnett. In Indiana with the change here, too. McGinnis is checked in. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Albuquerque leading by 12. Harper slams it in.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Boosie. He's covered by Arenas.
Watch the pick.
Lewis with the 3. Hits the three-point bomb. 9 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Harper's shot's good. Harper's got 10 points in the game.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on.
And we finished one. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. We're seeing a tremendous game so far from Dominique Wilkins.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Read out there, Rodman. Then there's Duncan. Then there's Harper. And it's George in at the 2-guard spot. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half.
Come get it. Woo, on the wing.
Here's Boosie. He's guarded by Harper. And that one's good. Daniels.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Shot clock at 5. And here's Harper from the arc. That one will not drop. It's his first miss. He's 4 for 5. Here's Lewis. Again, Indiana.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead to the score.
And the dunk by Reed.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And the Pacers call time here.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Well, that's the job, right? Your duty as a coach is to finesse your lineups so your guys get the best chance to succeed.
Puts it up off the inbound. McGinnis' shot is off.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Yeah, that's the kind of aggressive defense you always want to see on the interior.
Off and running right off the bat here to start the second half.
Passes it to Boosie. And it's Harper with the rebound. Albuquerque leading by 15. And Duncan throws it down hard.
At 7-1, Duncan is a problem in the paint. Outstanding with his extension there and just hammering it home.
Lewis against George. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. And it's sent back by George.
And the timing from George there on the rejection, using his long reach to turn away the shot.
Duncan surveying the D. Over Daniels. Albuquerque keeps it going. A new shot clock. Rodman kicks to Duncan. Over Daniels. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Indiana trails by 17. Pass to Boosie. Over Reed. Rebound by Albuquerque. Reed's got his 6th rebound on the night. Duncan finds George. Good ball movement here by Albuquerque. And Harper slams it in.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Outside Knight. Now the pass to McGinnis. They need this one. With the man deep, Knight drops it in. Knight's got his 2nd basket of the game. 1:37 left here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Harper going inside, and Harper slams it in.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, our man is going for the jugular.
1:25 left in the 3rd. Timeout called the Pacers.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
Yeah, it's basically a layup line. You're not going to win many games if you can't offer more resistance than that.
Grant Hill, he's checked in for Albuquerque. Albuquerque on D.
Hey, who got here?
Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the 2nd half.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, the rebounding tells the story. There's a big gap between them right now. Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
55 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. Pass to Nedolicki. Rodman with the block.
And the thing about Rodman, he's more of a position player defensively, but he's reaching up to swat it away and putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
George has gone 3 for 5 from the field. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
Here's Kellogg. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Albuquerque leading by 23. Here's Rodman. And then Rodman with the dunk.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
"19 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Pass to Kellogg. Over Hill, and it's sent back by Hill. Here's George. And so it's Albuquerque holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been active and effective. Back right after this. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Now Macy on the court for Indiana. They've got Collins. He's out there with Tisdale. And it's Macy in at the 1 spot. Out left to the wing. 5 on the clock. Pass to Tisdale. From deep 3-point territory. The shot misses.
I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach?
Well, if that was one of my players, I'd think about sitting him down right away and letting him think about that one.
Knight against George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Albuquerque.
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside. And up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
The Pacers making a switch here. Russell's checked in. And so here's Albuquerque. Here's Hill. That falls. Nice feed that time from Harper. Harper's got 4 assists in the game.
And because of his ability to attack the rim, Hill can use that mid-range jumper as a great second option. Keeps defenders honest when he's knocking that down.
Knight passes to Russell. Tim Duncan grabs the miss. Duncan's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. All alone. The offensive rebound. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away.
And the slick pass from George set that up well. He has such a natural instinct for where to send the ball.
Knight passes to Tisdale. Up top, Knight. Defended by George. The shot by Knight, no good. Knight's gone 2 for 7, struggling a bit. Harper against Russell. Takes the 13-footer, and he knocks down the jumper.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
And the word you got to use is explosive out there when talking about Grant Hill. He's one of those guys who doesn't wait for the game to come to him. He goes out and just makes things happen.
Looking at who's out there now for Albuquerque. Dwight Howard. He's checked in for Duncan. Arnett comes in for Rodman. King's checked in for George. And it's Wilkins in for Ron Harper. Knight against King. Rebound by Albuquerque. Here's Wilkins. Feeds it to Hill. For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.